Hi there, how are you today? I'm great. It's a bit cold and windy and rainy here in Auckland, so we are all bundled up inside playing with the Lego. Today's video is the second in a three-part series of things that I've learnt from my kids. And today I'm going to talk about the trait that I most value and respect in my darling Nathan.
Mama, this is your guy.
And that's resilience.
Mama, this is your guy.
Thanks, Nathan. Thank you. This little fellow is the most resilient person I know. I'll explain a bit more shortly, but first a bit of a disclaimer. If I get a wee bit choked up and emotional, please forgive me. It's still, some of it's still a bit raw. So Nathan is 4 now. When he was 4 months old, he was teeny tiny and not growing, and he started to turn yellow. They ran some blood tests and discovered that his liver doesn't work properly. They also discovered his heart doesn't work properly. It's an overall condition called Alagille syndrome, which can be extremely serious, and it can also be extremely mild. It affects lots of different systems within the body, and everyone who's got it is affected differently by it. So, and it's very, very rare, so it's really difficult for the doctors to predict exactly, or even give you a good idea of what's going to happen in the future with it. At 4 months old, I was told Nathan would probably need heart surgery before he was 6 months old. I was told there was a very good chance of him needing a liver transplant within the first year of life. I think 40% was the chance of him requiring that. Thankfully, neither of those things come to pass. Here he is at 4.5. He still hasn't had a heart operation, though there is one scheduled for later this year. And his liver has stabilised and is functioning well enough that they now believe it's unlikely he'll require a liver transplant anywhere in the near future. That said, his life is still pretty tough at times. The liver problem creates a really horrendous itching. He's pretty good now at coping, but he still itches throughout the night. So it'll often wake him. If you go in and look at him at midnight, he'll be tossing and turning, and he'll be technically asleep, but it's not a restful sleep. His body's very, very itchy. And throughout the day, you can see him itching in the background now. So throughout the day, he'll often be itching. It's much worse when he's hot, or flustered, or upset, or tired. All those things can aggravate the itch and make it worse. But you know what? He, even on a really, really bad night where he might have only managed to scrape together 3 hours of sleep, he still gets up, he still puts on a smile, and he just gets on with his day. He finds a way to be happy. He's resilient. As a little baby, I'll show you a wee photo of him. This is him as a little bubba. And you see that beautiful smile on his face. So for about 8-9 months, he had a nasogastric tube going down his nose into his stomach, and that's used for medication and feeding him additional calories as well. Every single day, or maybe not for the first 2 months, but after the first 2 months of having it in, he learned how to pull it out. And every single day he'd pull that tube, that one right there, he'd pull it out, he'd rip that tape off his little cheek, and it was gone. He didn't want it, it was gone. And every night before he went to bed, I would have to hold him down and put it back in again. He'd scream. My partner would have to hold him so that I could put it down effectively. It was a horrible, horrible part of our day, and something that I dreaded all day long. But within 5 minutes of it going down, we were back to this. He just picks himself up and just gets on with it. He has been through some horrific procedures to, check on his health. So in addition to the heart and the liver problem, he's also got issues with his kidneys, and he's had to undergo a number of tests to check on his kidneys. Some of those have been horrible to the point of torture. In any other setting, they would be considered extreme torture.
Because I have the singing weapon.
Oh wow!
I can cut your guy in half.
Cool, Nathan.
Hang on, press button.
But yes, he's super, super resilient, and even after all that horrible stuff, within half an hour of coming out of surgeries, we've got our smiley boy back, our happy boy who just makes the best of everything. People look at him and he's little, doesn't look particularly strong, but he's the strongest person I know, hands down. And I'm very honoured to be his mother, and I've learnt so much from this kid and his approach to life, and I know I will continue to learn more as he grows. I'm incredibly proud of him, and I hope he inspires you to pick yourself up when life knocks you down and just get on with it and make the most of it. No matter what, find a way to be happy. Be resilient. Thanks guys. I hope you've enjoyed this video. The next one will be about Miss Charlotte and what I've learned from her, which is an extreme self-belief. And I look forward to sharing my thoughts on that with you tomorrow. Bye.